We grow up, but these holiday classics continue to deliver timeless enjoyment year after year. Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 childhood Christmas movies that will never get old.
Best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Thanks, but I don't sing.
That means we're looking at holiday movies we all grew up watching, but that haven't lost any of their luster over the years. In fact, nostalgia probably makes us love them more. Also, just a note, we will be including both feature-length films and televised Christmas specials. All right, let's dig in. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
It makes me wanna fly.
Number 10, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
This is Halloween, pumpkins scream in the dead of night.
We're kicking things off with an entry that's a little divisive. For years, debate has raged online as to whether this unique stop-motion film is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie.
And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing.
We feel that in the spirit of the holidays and togetherness, we should just lean into our undying love for the film by saying it's both. For all its holiday inappropriate spookiness, The Nightmare Before Christmas shows a better understanding of what makes Christmas tick than most more straightforward holiday movies, even if the Halloween Town residents don't.
Trick or treat!
Plus, it nails one of the most crucial elements of any great Yuletide film: unforgettable songs.
And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King. That's right. I am the Pumpkin King!
For the kid who never really fit in, this was the movie to help them get into the holiday spirit. Number 9, Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, Christmas isn't just a day. It's a frame of mind.
Don't get us wrong, we are just as charmed by young Mara Wilson of Matilda fame as the next 90s kid.
There we are. Now then, what's your name?
Susan Elizabeth Walker. What's yours?
But when it comes to Miracle on 34th Street, there's simply no competing with the original. When an aging department store Santa refuses to deny being the real Saint Nick, a legal battle ensues regarding his sanity.
Would you please tell her that you're not really Santa Claus? That there actually is no such person?
Well, I'm sorry to disagree with you, Mrs. Walker, but not only is there such a person, but here I am to prove it.
Rewatching this film, regardless of age, you can't help but think back to the moment when you yourself first began to question the existence of Santa.
Do you believe in Santa Claus, Tommy?
Sure I do!
By the time the credits roll, however, you're reminded that it doesn't really matter. Santa is real as long as people embrace the Christmas spirit. And no matter how many times you've seen it, this film is sure to rekindle your holiday cheer.
You told her that?
Number 8, Frosty the Snowman.
Hey, I said my first words. But snowmen can't talk.
Christmas is a time of magic, and few films embody this spirit quite like Frosty the Snowman. Though only 25 minutes long, this television special packs a whole lot of heart and replay value into its modest running time.
Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me.
After a lackluster performance from a magician at their school, Karen and her friends place his discarded hat on the snowman they just built. And then, well, you know the rest. This one is a real emotional roller coaster ride, but that's part of its appeal. When you're young, Frosty melting really hits home. And despite the fact that we know the film has a happy ending, we're so emotionally invested in these characters that it hasn't lost its effectiveness even all these years later.
He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day.
Number 7, Elf.
You sit on a throne of lies.
It might not be as much of an oldie as some of the other films on our list today, but despite its relatively short history, we are confident calling Elf a classic.
I painted a picture of a butterfly.
Good. I'm gonna hang up now.
I tuned the piano. Okay, I love you.
As Buddy the Elf, Will Ferrell is hilariously over the top and yet undeniably endearing. The character is the living embodiment of goodwill, generosity, and childlike enthusiasm.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Put that down.
Hello? Hello?
His journey to reconnect with his real father doesn't fit anyone's definition of smooth sailing, but missteps and all, he touches the lives of many, helping the people of New York City rediscover their love of Christmas.
He's making a list
checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice.
We fully expect this fun-loving film to continue to delight viewers of all ages for decades to come.
Merry Christmas!
Number 6, Home Alone.
I made my family disappear.
This film is literally just one quotable line and iconic moment after another. Starring Macaulay Culkin at his most endearingly precocious, Home Alone follows the misadventures of young Kevin McAllister as he fends for himself over the holidays after being left behind by his family. Kevin's antics and surprisingly sadistic handling of the wet bandits never get old. But for all its shenanigans and gross bodily harm, Home Alone is first and foremost the story of a young boy learning the value of family, especially around the holidays.
Okay, this is extremely important. Would you please tell him that instead of presents this year, I just want my family back?
Heartwarming and hilarious in equal measure, Home Alone is a must-watch come Christmas time. And its timeless appeal seems to hold up even with younger generations of viewers.
Oh, Kevin, I'm so sorry.
Number 5, The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Thank you for making me a part of this.
Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol is among the most beloved holiday stories ever told. As a result, it's received countless adaptations.
How would the bookkeepers like to be suddenly
Unemployed!
This is my island in the sun.
While we have a soft spot for the 1938 film, it's a bit dark and gloomy for children. Honestly, when we imagine the plot of A Christmas Carol playing out in our heads, it's Kermit and Company who act it out. With its feature-length running time, memorable songs, and a show-stopping framing narrative courtesy of Gonzo and Rizzo the Rat, The Muppet Christmas Carol does Dickens proud.
Why are you whispering?
It's for dramatic emphasis.
And it does this while maintaining the attention of even the youngest home viewers from start to finish. Plus, seeing Sir Michael Caine interacting with a cast primarily made of puppets will never get old.
Bless us all who gather here, the loving family I hold dear.
Number 4, The Santa Claus.
Hey, you! What's that? Oh! Whoa, whoa!
Live-action kids movies from the 90s rarely hold up to the test of time. Few of them are anywhere near as good as you remember them being when they came out. But The Santa Claus is a rare exception. Tim Allen is equally convincing as both cynical, fast-talking businessman Scott Calvin and as the holly-jolly Saint Nick he becomes.
Well, how do I look? Nice?
It's a heartwarming story that perfectly balances heartfelt moments with silly, over-the-top fun.
You're supposed to drink the milk.
Look, I am lactose intolerant, and I am just about this close to taking all those presents back up the chimney with me.
It's got a healthy dose of cynicism and some slightly more adult-oriented jokes for the parents, or one-time kids who are now all grown up, but it never gets those laughs at the expense of its emotional core. In short, it's everything you want from a nostalgic 90s Christmas movie.
Hold on. On our way.
Bye, Mom!
Number 3, A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown, you're the only person I know who can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem.
Frosty the Snowman has its moments of sadness, sure, but in classic Peanuts fashion, A Charlie Brown Christmas is a melancholic affair for much of its 25-minute runtime. Charlie Brown is a kid with a lot on his mind, and as you get older, you actually come to identify with him more and more.
Thanks for the Christmas card you sent me, Violet. I didn't send you a Christmas card, Charlie Brown. Don't you know sarcasm when you hear it?
It's all well and good to learn the meaning of Christmas, but there's something about this film's deeply human protagonist that really hammers it home in a particularly poignant fashion.
Linus is right. I won't let all this commercialism ruin my Christmas.
First broadcast in 1965, this television special was watched by an estimated 15.5 million homes that first night. That's an impressive number, but in the years since, A Charlie Brown Christmas has gone on to touch countless lives.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown!
Number 2, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I must stop Christmas from coming. But how?
Were the 1960s ever a great decade to be a kid celebrating Christmas or what? Frosty, Charlie Brown, a certain reindeer we've yet to mention, and the Grinch. This 1966 television special adapted the beloved children's story of Dr. Seuss, bringing it to life in spectacular fashion.
They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry, boo-hoo.
Though hard to imagine, the Grinch wasn't green until this film was released. But hey, such is the power of a popular movie. With Ted Dr. Seuss Geisel serving as a producer, the film really honors the source material. That special Dr. Seuss touch can be felt in every frame of the film.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
We've gotten remakes, both live action and animated in the years since, but nothing beats the original.
These are all definitely movies I watched as a kid and will continue to watch every Christmas, but I submit to you Scrooged with Bill Murray. Because as far as I'm concerned, it is not Christmas until Bill Murray is screaming and learning the true meaning of Christmas. And honestly, that's been the case for far longer than I care to admit. Anyway, there are some other great picks in the honorable mentions, so let's check those out, and then we'll find out our #1 childhood Christmas movie that will never get old.
Can't let this happen. It's just a doll. It's just a stupid little plastic doll.
That's action figure.
Oh my! Look at all the wonderful things to eat! We must thank Mr. Scrooge.
But sometimes seeing is believing. And sometimes the most real things in the world are the things we can't see.
Elementary.
What about Grants? Did she say Grants?
Adams Elementary, Jackson Elementary, Jackson High School, Harrisburg High School, Inglewood Middle School. I'm sorry, I skipped one. Grant Junior High.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. #1. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
It's terrible. It's different from everybody else's.
But that's what makes it so grand.
Rudolph is the ultimate misfit, but never has his story shone brighter than in this delightfully odd 1964 stop-motion television special. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a true celebration of that which makes us all different.
Hey, what do you say we both be independent together, huh?
Rudolph's nose might cause him to stand out more obviously than most, but he's not alone in being peculiar. From Hermie the elf who dreams of becoming a dentist and Yukon Cornelius the eccentric prospector, to the inhabitants of the island of misfit toys and even the misunderstood Bumble, this film is jam-packed with lovable oddballs. Over the decades, many a child has internalized the valuable lessons it has to teach. The movie makes such an impression that even well into adulthood, Christmas doesn't feel complete without it.
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
It will be an honor, sir.
All right, what Christmas movie from your childhood do you revisit year after year? Let us know in the comments, or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton. Be sure to like and subscribe, have a merry holiday season, and watch this other video. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
Makes me wanna